So as this war rages, there's a political war that's raging in India, and this is Congress Party leader, Member of Parliament, Sonia Gandhi, former Congress President Sonia Gandhi. She's questioned Prime Minister Narendra Modi's silence on the killing of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei by US and Israeli forces in a scathing criticism of the Narendra Modi government. The Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi on Tuesday said the silence of the Narendra Modi government on the targeted assassination of Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is not neutral but abdication, and raises very serious doubts about the direction and credibility of India's foreign policy. The former Congress president demanded, when Parliament reconvenes for the second part of the budget session, the government's disturbing silence on the breakdown of international order must be debated openly and without any evasion. So in an article published in a newspaper, Sonia Gandhi said there is an urgent need. There's an article that's been published in the Indian Express. She said there's an urgent need for us to rediscover the moral strength and articulate it with clarity and commitment. She writes, and I quote, on March 1, Iran confirmed that its supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, had been assassinated in targeted strikes carried out by the previous day by the United States and Israel. The killing of a sitting head of state in midst of an ongoing negotiation marks a grave rupture in contemporary international relations, unquote. So she then goes out to criticize Prime Minister Narendra Modi and questions the Modi government's silence, saying silence is not neutral, it's abdication. Sonia Gandhi expresses doubt on India's foreign policy. Sonia Gandhi has called it a grave rupture in contemporary international relations. And she said the silence of the Narendra Modi government is disturbing. I want to quickly bring in my colleague Rahul Gautam for more on this. Rahul, Sonia Gandhi has written an article articulating what the opposition, including the Samajwadi Party, has been saying for some time, questioning India's silence on the killing of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei by Israel and the United States.
Absolutely, and from the very beginning, we saw how Congress Party, came out in support. In fact, they accused the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the government of India of departing from the time and tested stance of being neutral, and also always being a supporter of a two-nation concept between Israel and Palestine. So therefore, and when this news came out that Ayatollah Khamenei has been killed, and that one time also Congress Party gave a statement condemning the incident. Now, in the same spirit, now Sonia Gandhi, the CTP chairperson, former Congress president, in fact, she also slammed the ruling suspension, saying that the silence of Modi government is not neutral, but it is actually abdication of duties of the president during the suspension. And she, in fact, further stated that this is the time when we should rediscover our strength to speak on issues that actually concern the human race. So clearly, you can say that the opposition is coming together. You mentioned Samajwadi Party. Congress is there. The Congress and there are other opposition voices also. They are coming to the fore, who are saying that Modi government should recalibrate its foreign policy, should speak on the matters that actually concern humankind, and also should take a stance on many issues. They are saying that by not speaking on these issues, or also by going and visiting Israel just 2 days before this conflict started, this only shows that how India seems to be departing from the stance of being neutral, of being a country that has always been up for the dialogue. So clearly, in a way, you can say that this is only escalating in India as well. And whatever is happening in Middle East seems to be having political ramifications in our country as well.
Okay, on a factual position, Rahul, has there been any response from the government on this criticism or from the BJP, considering These are issues that have been raised by the Samajwadi Party in the past. Though Prime Minister Narendra Modi does remain engaged, he's spoken to the President of the United Arab Emirates. He's criticized what's happened there. He's spoken to King Abdullah of Jordan. He's spoken to the Crown Prince of Bahrain. He's spoken to the King of Bahrain. He's spoken to the Crown Prince and he's Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia, and he's thanked leaders of those countries for looking after Indians in those countries. He's spoken to Prime Minister Netanyahu. He's spoken to President of the UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. He said India stands in solidarity. India does remain engaged with the region. And the Prime Minister in the past has said, Rahul, whether he travels to Israel or Palestine, he travels to both countries independently. There's no hyphenation.
Absolutely, Gaurav. And in fact, we have seen, in past as well, whenever there has been a matter, that was raised in United Nations Security Council, India has always been very vocal about the rights, for Palestinian people, for safety and peace in the entire region. So there has been, as far as BJP is concerned, the BJP has already rejected all these allegations, all these charges that have been made up by opposition camp. They are saying that the government is absolutely committed, to the safety of the Indian expats, those who are living there. And also, it is all up for the, for the dialogue process, for peace process in the region. They are saying that whatever the government is doing, it is doing in the interest of the Indians, in the interest of the peace and tranquility in the region. And one should not confuse this, by taking all these things to the domestic corridors and using this to, score brownie points. So they are saying they are very critical of these
Gandhi
voices.
has also raised a very interesting point, Rahul, where Sonia Gandhi says, look at what other BRICS nations are doing. They've maintained their distance. Global South maintaining distance, BRICS partners. The Prime Minister's actions, according to her, seem like tacit endorsement of what Israel is doing, and especially the Prime Minister's recent visit to Israel just before this bombing started, Rahul.
How Prime Minister Narendra Modi has actually become an apt opportunity for Congress to create this narrative that we are tilting towards Israel, and there seems to be a shift, which seems to be softening on Israel, and that's why you see, these words reoccurring again and, reoccurring in these articles, in these statements that, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi or the current ruling dispensation seems to be, seems to have abdicated his duties and only playing to one side, which obviously the BJP will not agree, and they have not, taken all these allegations upright. They have already rejected it, saying that the government is committed for the interest of Indian expats, for Indian assets, and they are saying it should not be confused with the ongoing conflict.
Rahul, the Prime Minister did react to the situation in West Asia when the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and he met. The Prime Minister condemned the attacks on both countries, and he said he was discussing the well-being of the Indian community, and the Prime Minister independently, from information that we've been able to gather, has spoken to the heads of state and governments almost all across the region to ensure the welfare of the Indian community in these countries, whether it's speaking to the Crown Prince and the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, or the President of the United States, of the President of the United Arab Emirates, or in Bahrain. He spoke to the King of Bahrain, Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. He's spoken to the President of UAE. So a lot of reaction in terms of reaching out for the welfare of the Indian community. Let's listen in to Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
विश्व में चल रहे अनेक तनावों को लेकर भारत की सोच स्पष्ट ही है। हमने सदैव शांति और स्थिरता बनाए रखने का आह्वान किया है। और जब दो लोकतंत्र साथ खड़े होते हैं तो शांति की आवाज और भी सशक्त हो जाती है। पश्चिम एशिया की वर्तमान स्थिति हमारे लिए गहरी चिंता का विषय है। भारत डायलॉग और डिप्लोमेसी के माध्यम से सभी विवादों का समाधान का समर्थन करता है। इस क्षेत्र में मौजूद सभी भारतीय नागरिकों की सुरक्षा के लिए हम सभी देशों के साथ मिलकर काम करते रहेंगे।
So the Prime Minister says he remains engaged with all countries in the region for the betterment of the Indian community and the Indian people, and India has always been a very strong advocate of peace through dialogue and diplomacy and not conflict.